Let's try out some viral digital art hacks and see if they actually work. I will be following viral digital art tutorials to find out if these hacks will actually improve your art and also give these a little rating. So let's begin! So in this first video, they show you an easy trick how to get a matching warm and cool color palette. And they do this by having all their colors here, and you can basically just use any colors that you would like. And they just color with either a warm or a cool color on top with around 50% opacity. And it seems like if you want a warm palette, you color on top with orange, and for the cool one, you pick blue. This doesn't look overly complicated, so let's give this one a try. Okay, I will first just pick here a color palette like I normally would. And lately my favorite palette has been like combining red and yellow, so that is what we will also do today. And now let's first test the warm palette. So we just add a slightly see-through layer of orange on top, like so. And now we just pick out the colors so we can see better how they turned out. Okay. I can see the difference. Like all of these are now a bit more orangey, and they do match quite well, but the difference isn't that huge though from the original color since this palette is already quite warm. So maybe the cold palette will turn out more dramatic. So just a blue see-through layer on top. Let's turn down the opacity and we just pick these out. This is actually very different from the original. I like it. Here we have all these palettes side by side so you can compare all these together. I would say this hack was a success, and I feel so excited to use this blue one because it is so pretty. I am happy to announce that this hack will get 5 out of 5. Okay, let's try the next hack. So this next hack is supposed to give us self-coloring line art. Yes, you heard me right. That actually looks so beautiful. Now, if you have watched my videos before, you already know that my line art is pretty stale, or I don't know how to describe it really, but it is very simple and just usually black. That is just how I'm used to doing it. So let's test this one out. I have a pre-made drawing right here that we're gonna test this on, so we don't have to create a whole new one from scratch. And that is actually a lie. I didn't make this from scratch just for the purposes of this video, but yeah, anyway. And I'll be using the color palette we just made in this drawing, so we can properly test out how these work together. So the first thing we need to do is duplicate our line art layer, like so. And in the video, they tell you to color this copy layer with another color. They're using purple, but I feel like I would like to go with the red this time. It just feels right. So of course, let's alpha lock this first, and ta-da! And now that we have this colored out, we're gonna change the layer style to burn. And in Krita, you can change it up here, but these options are pretty much in every drawing app. So if you're using Ibis Paint, Clip Studio, Procreate, or whatever, then you can also recreate this hack in there also. And just like in the video, the layer should change back to black. Yes. And now all we need to do is create a layer between our two line art layers. I already have that right here. And this will be the coloring layer. So let's finally test this out. Ooh. This is like quite interesting. I'm so used to just having black line art, so it kind of feels trippy seeing my drawing this way. But I feel like this has strong potential though. I will just quickly color out the head and the hair so we can get a better idea how this hack actually looks. So now we have this pretty much colored out, and I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse. I also went in and made a new layer on top where I added some black line art details just to experiment a little. Now, do I like this? This is a pretty cool hack, but honestly, I do prefer my original black line art style, so I probably wouldn't use this for the entire line art of my drawing, but I have a feeling this might be useful in the future. So I'm gonna give this hack 3 out of 5. It was pretty simple, but not for me really. And by the way, I will leave links to all these videos down below in case you want to go check them out yourself and test them out. Okay, let's move on. This portion of the video is sponsored by Skillshare. Since this video is all about learning new digital art techniques and hacks, it felt like the perfect time to talk about the platform that I've been using to learn new skills. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives like me, where you can explore thousands of classes in illustration, painting, design, photography, video creation, or just whatever skill you need to currently work on. And these classes are taught by real people who actually know what they're talking about. So if you want to fully dive into learning more about drawing or digital art or something else, then Skillshare is definitely a place for you to do that. Recently on Skillshare, I started this class by Sarah Holiday, which focuses on learning to draw people in more dynamic poses. Because first of all, I really need to work on that, and also doing some revision of the basics is always good once in a while. I have really enjoyed going through this class step by step, and also it's been very refreshing to see the workflow of another artist and apply new tips into my drawings as well. And because of this class, I have actually been able to see my drawing skills develop in real time also. So if you're also looking into level up your skills and creativity, like you always should, I have some exciting news for you. The first 500 people to use my link in the description or scan the QR code will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. And honestly, that is such a steal. So get started today and level up your art game. So this hack is supposed to spice up your line art even more, or at least make it a bit more interesting, I suppose. So you should be able to go from this to this. It has like a slight glow to it, which looks really pretty, at least on here. So let's test this with our art also. We'll be continuing on our digital art hack experiment or whatever. And as you can see, I just changed this back to the original black line art, which is how I like it, and also I colored this entirely in. And this is usually where I would just leave it here. Normally I would call this art pretty much finished at this point, but since today we are experimenting, we will do some extra stuff with this. So first thing we gotta do is to duplicate our line art layer and put it underneath the original one. Easy peasy. Then we need a Gaussian blur, which in Krita we can find from up here in the filter option, and blur, and there is Gaussian blur. And this TikTok tutorial is suggesting we put the blur somewhere between 30 to 60. I'm gonna just keep it in 40 because that is how they did it in the tutorial. I'm choosing to trust this artist fully with this. Then we're supposed to alpha lock this once again. So here we go. And an optional step, we can choose to give this a different color to determine what kind of glow we would like to have. And since I'm really feeling the red today, we shall go with it again. Ooh la la. Okay, she is definitely glowing. Like, I ain't wrong about that. I would say this does spice this up a bit. But once again, I'm not really sure if it is because I'm so used to my current cartoony art style, but I feel like this makes this look too fancy, if you know what I mean. What if I made the blur less than 40, like around 20 for example? And let's pick yellow this time, because maybe it will give like a golden glow. Oops, I forgot to alpha lock this. I mean, it is definitely more subtle, but let's keep the red because it looks more natural with our color palette. I would say this looks much better with my style. I approve this hack, and this hack will get 4 out of 5. I will definitely be using this from now on. Now, I am the most iffy about this hack, and that is because I'm not really sure if this works that well with my art style, but still I want to give this a go. And even if this won't look good, maybe it will still inspire you to try it out. Okay, so first it seems like they color with blue, red, and a purplish pink on top of their art, and then they blend them all together. Wait, how do I actually do that though? Well, we will figure it out soon, so let's just watch the rest of the tutorial now. They changed the layer to overlay and add some yellow on top, and then it is only on the other side of the character, and I assume that is the side where the light is supposed to be coming from. They also made that overlay, and afterwards they go back in to fix up some details. I personally found this tutorial a bit confusing to follow, probably because they were going so fast, but we will test this out though. So here we are, back in Krita. Now the first thing we need to do is make a copy of our coloring layer so we don't accidentally end up completely destroying this art piece.
Better be safe than sorry, guys.
And now that I still remember, let's alpha lock this also. And then we needed to add in those color sections in here. Now the question is, which brush are we gonna use for this? In the video they're using a brush that is around 80% opaque, I assume, so it won't completely cover the colors. I'm gonna go in with my favorite marker brush, my ride or die brush. So we add in the blue, red, and pink. And I will just color in the character itself. I'm gonna leave the pencil and the cat B for now. I don't dare to sacrifice them for my experiments. Right now, this is looking quite horrifying. I watched the video a few times and realized that they're using a Gaussian blur once again to blur these colors together. So we shall also do that. Let's just turn down the opacity so this won't end up haunting my dreams tonight. Then we make a new layer for the yellow light. And I guess we just, again, color with the same micro brush on top and only on one side of the character because that is where the sun is shining from. And we just make this overlay and blur it out once again. Okay, well, what do we have here? It is kind of working, but as I kind of expected, my art style doesn't really want to cooperate with this hack, and that is okay. At least we know this is legit. I'm just adding a bit more details and then we can check out the final product. So this is how our little OC ended up looking like. It might be just a skill issue for me, but this looks kinda goofy. And I'm not saying I would never use this, but it doesn't really work with my style. But at least we learned something new. This hack will be 2 out of 5 for me, but I hope you guys will test this out and get some better results. I am feeling quite excited because this next hack is supposed to help us with the background of our drawing, which is definitely everyone's favorite part of drawing, right? Yeah, I'm so guilty of leaving my backgrounds either white or just adding a little color block in there if I feel like it. But this next hack might be the solution to this.
Do you ever finish drawing a character on a white background and think to yourself, damn, that's kinda boring?
Yes, girl, all the time. Please help me. Okay, so she uses an airbrush with the color white and every so slightly adds it on the edges of the drawing. She also adds in some stars and adds a layer on top, turns down opacity and sets it as a multiplier. And it kind of gives this effect that there is a glow coming from behind the character and it looks pretty neat. Okay, let's begin. This hack shouldn't take that long to test either. Firstly, I need an airbrush. I never really used this, but apparently this is like everyone else's favorite digital brush. Please comment down below why exactly. I need to know.
Bruh.
Let's make a new layer. Then we need to add the white airbrush to parts where the imaginary light is shining through. So that would be like on the sides and hair. Then we need to add in the sparkles. I wish I knew how to actually draw these, cause bro, what is this? And how is this looking so far? I can't believe I'm saying this, but that is way too many sparkles. I'm gonna just redo this real quick. Okay, stars have been added, and what is next? We make a new layer. In the video, our girly colored the entire layer this light lavender shade, so we shall also do the same. And also, let's set the opacity around 50% and set the layer as multiplier. Wait. Hold up. This actually eats. Wow. Let me just erase this layer on some parts of the character so it won't look so flat. There we go. Honestly, I love this. My favorite hack so far. 5 out of 5. Please do yourself a favor and try this out. We are almost done, and last hack we will use on this drawing is to add some texture to it. So this hack gives a pretty simple tip how to make your too clean digital art look a bit more like traditional. So they add something to a layer on top of the drawing called noise. And noise is basically just like a texture. Okay, let's give this a try. I'll just first make this lavender layer invisible so we can see better how this hack works on the drawing, but I will let her keep the shinies because honestly, they slay. So like always, a new layer, and just like in the video, we will pick out a random color. And for me, it ain't that random. It will of course be red because I am boring and predictable. And boom, layer is red now. And now we will go to filters again. Last time we were using the blur from here, but now we will go to other and random noise. This is like so exciting. I've never done this before. And our girly in the video said that she uses these options, so we won't be changing these either. And lastly, we will make this overlay. Damn, there's been a lot of overlaying in this video so far. And moment of truth. There she is. Does this look more like traditional? I would say yes, or at least the texture makes this look a bit more interesting to look at. It doesn't look so clean and flat like digital art usually does. I will quickly just test out what this would look like with another color instead. Okay, so this is what yellow noise looks like. Makes it a bit more brighter, I would say, yeah, well, as you guys can probably expect, this hack is 5 out of 5, period. I don't need to explain. And I will try my best to use this in the future also, if I just remember. So, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and rats, those were all the different digital art hacks for today. Comment below which hack you have personally found most useful so we can all learn from each other, and maybe it might be something that I will try out in a future video. And also, tell me which one of these hacks in this video did you find most interesting, because I would love to hear. See you in the next video. Bye bye!